Well, hey there, my name's Jeff. Welcome to the channel. We are all the Animal Donut family. Hopefully you have tapped that little like button as well as subscribed to the channel. What I want to do with you guys today is show you something. Now, this book here, I started reading it last year, Unknown Market Wizards. And one of the people featured in this book, his name is Jason Shapiro. And Jason Shapiro is the contrarian. He is somebody who's been trading for a long time and has quite the reputation. Jack Schwager talked about him in this book. And so what I want to do is I just shot on over to his channel, and what he does at the beginning of the year is he looks and tries to find out who is beating the market so far. And so what he did was he just made a short video here at the beginning of the year. He just made this video yesterday. And so what I'd like to do is just run through it.
So the first one we do is the Barron's Roundtable, which came out last week. And there was a total of 39 stocks that they picked. So we equal weight them and we see how they do. And so far this year, they're off to a pretty good start. These is en route. That was, their picks were flat last year. In the face of the S&P being up 25 chips out. But you know what? So far this year, they're doing pretty well. They're 271 basis points ahead of the S&P. So good for them.
So here's now another portfolio he's tracking, the CNBC 2025 Acronym Picks.
The second thing that we track are the CNBC Picks. They do these acronyms every year. There were a total of 38 stocks in this acronyms. And so far this year, they're also beating the S&P by 1.66%. So go CNBC.
Now, the other one is someone named Dan Nathan. I don't know who Dan Nathan is. Apparently, he's a stock trader or a stock picker.
And the third one we did was we broke the Dan Nathan acronym out as a separate portfolio because Dan is our man. But Dan so far this year is crushing it. 3.4% ahead of the S&P. So go Dan.
What they did was they did an S&P alphabetical stocks. So they just picked the first 38 stocks in the S&P 500 by alphabetical order.
And then we just create random portfolios just for the fun of it. First one is alphabetical. First 38 stocks. We take 38 because there were 38 in the Barron's one. So first 38 stocks alphabetically. Also beating the S&P by 1.74% so far this year. Hooray, random.
And then the last one that Jason Shapiro featured is ChatGPT.
And then we go into ChatGPT. Give us the 38 best stocks this year, ChatGPT. And they are so far beating the S&P by 3.19%. So go ChatGPT. They were the best performer last year of all of our things other than the S&P. They all underperformed the S&P. ChatGPT did best. The alphabetical did second best. The CNBC Picks did third best. And Barron's did the worst. So let's see how that goes. I just wanted to set it down now. So we wouldn't come back later and be like, oh, well, you know, you cherry picked later to show the worst ones. Now, this stuff came out this week. So this is when we did it all.
I created this portfolio towards the end of last year, and then I filmed a video here showing you which stocks they were, but without giving it away. And what I've done here is I've just written this down on this board so you can see it. And this is I'm calling this the I'm going to explain this later, but the II 10 stock portfolio. And so far, this portfolio is up 13.41%. And that, you can see the S&P 500 is up 1.25%. So the outperformance so far is 12.16%. And I have not yet revealed, as you can see, the different stocks. I've mentioned that there are 10 of them. And I've given the first letter of the name of the company and the last letter of the name of the company for all of them before we got started. But I did a reveal the other day, Vital Farms, and I did a video about that. Vital Farms is up 19.87% so far on the year. As we go through the year, I'm going to be revealing the other stocks in this portfolio. I just wanted to make this video though because I thought it was really cool that Jason Shapiro did a video and he's recapping how well these the Barron Roundtable, which are like the smartest journalists, analysts on Wall Street, and then the CNBC Acronym Picks, Dan Nathan, the alphabetical stocks, the first 38, and then asking ChatGPT for 38 stock picks. What I like is just following these things and charting them and kind of seeing how my stock picks are going to do in relation to the S&P 500 because, over the last few years, and a lot of you guys have been following this channel, I've been working on improving my method. And part of that process is something that I'm describing in the book that I'm working on right now. But I think that if there are things that I can learn and share with you guys, then you guys can be better investors because of it. So none of this is financial advice, but I'm just trying to share with you my method here. That will come out in the next several weeks and months as we talk about this. But I like to at least name the first stock in the portfolio and let you guys know that the portfolio, at least so far in the first 2.5, 3 weeks of the year, is doing pretty darn good. Thank you so much for watching. In the next videos that I'm going to be shooting, I'm going to talk about the Ando portfolio, which I created last year, and update you guys on the performance of that portfolio, and also the semiconductor portfolio. Some of you guys have asked for a recap, kind of curious if I sold any of those stocks or if I've held them, and so I'm going to let you guys know more about those investments from last year. It'll be kind of a recap video. So thanks so much for stopping by. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, do hit the subscribe button. I will be talking a lot about investing specifically in small cap and mid cap stocks, and growth investment is really what I'm all about. I like to get companies when they're small, find out which companies I think have a good chance at beating the S&P 500, at least being better companies in 5 years than they are today. And I want to share my method with you. So if that's interesting to you and you love learning about stocks and investing, I think you're going to enjoy watching some of the new videos that I make this year. By all means, like this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.